It's 2025. It's the new year, but we have nothing new to bring to you today. This is the same old podcast with two guys in two dorms and a guy in his bedroom. It's no comps on Mondays. Today, we're going to be talking about the 186 world record single by Lachlan Gibson and his 258 OCR average, which was, I think, part of the same thing. We'll be talking about 469 Squan world record average by Samir Agarwal. We'll also be talking about another world record average, Megaminx 2660 by Leonardo Martin Lopez. We'll be talking about Garrett's #1 now for Sum of Ranks and Nemesizer. We'll see what barriers we'll see broken in 2025. We'll talk about our personal barriers too as well, which will be interesting. We're going to be playing a game called What State Is This? I'll tell you what state I am in. I'm in denial. We'll be talking about the deal with the... we'll be talking about the limited edition clocks, the transparent ones to be more precise. We'll also be promoting our upcoming streams, which is Charlotte Winter 2025, which will be live on Clicky Studios' YouTube channel on January 25th. And we'll also be talking about the LSC live stream, which will be live streaming on March 15th and 16th this year. And as always, we'll round off the podcast with our personal keeping updates and achievements. Yeah, that intro was rough. By the way, we had to re-record that intro, and I made that denial joke twice. Yeah.
I was very much aware, yeah.
I'm not doing that again. You guys laughed the first time, but that footage will be lost to history now. Hey guys, welcome back. It's been a long year. I haven't seen you guys since last year.
Oh my god, this guy, bro.
That's so funny, even though we were in VC like a couple days ago. So
I know,
awesome.
I know. I'm awful, and I understand that. If you guys want to take me off the podcast,
you know what? It's it's January 19th. You can say you haven't showered since last year, right?
No,
Yeah.
I did shower. I think.
Just the one time.
Yeah, maybe like a couple weeks ago. I'm not sure. Anyway. Oh man. Let's just get started with the podcast at this point. Alright, we're gonna be talking about the Clock World Records by Lachlan Gibson, or I should say, the Clock Records, one world record, one OCR. Still very, very impressive though. It's a
Absolutely
186. We'll talk about the single later, but the OCR average is 258. I mean, here's the thing about Clock. I've been sort of out of the game. I'd say I don't think I'm ever gonna get back in the game. It's so competitive now these days. 258. Like I have a 260 single. I still don't even know how I have that. To this day, honestly, it's really it's first of all it's so well deserved. I've heard his name all over the place, and I really wanted him to get a world record and just more fame, and I think this puts him in a good spot for Worlds if he's going there. What are your guys' thoughts about the average before we delve into the single a little bit more?
So correct me if I'm wrong, but this average is still a couple tenths off of world record, correct?
It is, yeah, because the current world record's at 239.
Yes.
Okay. So it's such a fast average, but it's still like there's still a gap to close, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah, that is pretty insane.
It's also I think one of the records that Oceania is closer to in terms of world records. I mean, I know they have some in Pyraminx average at least, but they're pretty much still in the game here. So it's pretty cool to see like three or four different continents fighting for Clock world record average and single.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, now that Volodir's moved to the U.S., Europe, I think their game maybe... Well, they have Eric Kasparek there, so... I don't know. We also got the 186 world record single. Now, I want to talk about this a little bit more. I haven't really watched the solves. I'm going to be completely honest. I've seen the reactions. It's incredible. It was also live streamed, too. Not necessarily a professional live stream, but it's always good to see those live streams pop up and catch the moments live. The the thing about the sub 2 singles is that you always see them floating around in the Discord server, like the Clock Solver server. You always see these kids get like a sub 2 single. And first of all, to me, at least, call me an old man, but that's still really impressive. I don't have sub 2, at all. Period. And I can't believe that these people get them in competitions. Brendan's single lasted a very long time. I think since August. At least in terms of clock records, I would say that's a pretty. I think over 100 days. I want to say.
Wasn't in August? No, that wasn't in August.
Wasn't it in August?
His 190.
I think it was during
that was
Sleepless
like-
and it was during La
That
La
was
Land.
like November or something.
No, it was in a 24-hour comp or 26 this 26-hour one, I think.
Yeah, but no, it wasn't. I could be wrong here, but I feel like it was not August.
I'm gonna be
La La
honest. I'm
Land
trying to do
24.
research too, and the WCA website decided I wanted to be slow right now, so that's fun.
Yeah, it's been a little bit slow for me today as well. But nonetheless, I think there's only 2 people that have the sub 2 now.
It is, yeah. 'Cause
so-
it's him and Brendan are the only 2 people. Because the next closest is a 210.
Yeah, that is actually quite a big jump. So we have I think there's just a lot of skilled people that can get skilled singles like that. They just have to have the opportunity to do so. Because of clock, it's so easy to grind, which is why you see all of these people getting sub 2 singles at home. But obviously none of them can be proven, none of them can be official unless they're done at a real competition with a judge next to you and all the pressure on you with the stack mat and all of that. So very impressive. Very, very impressive. Props to that. And he's also a very young cuber, so I want to see him progress well. These clock solvers, they're like 5 seconds of fame can dry up very quickly, but I don't see this kid going anywhere anytime soon.
Absolutely not.
Mm-mm.
Also, side note, I was wrong, but you were like half correct because the comp started in August and finished in September.
Oh, well.
Well. That 26-hour comp, I forgot about that.
I always have to burst my bubble with that.
Okay, so moving on here, we're going to just briefly talk about the Squan world record average that happened just recently. 4.69 by Samir Agarwal.
Yeah.
And this is a fairly decent jump, but from what I understand from people like Hassan, who I talked to at Bethesda about Squan, this record still has quite a ways to go, and we're definitely looking at sub 4.5 by probably mid-year or end year.
Really? Okay.
I'm honestly surprised we actually don't even have it already. Considering that singles already getting to like sub 3.5, I'm surprised. Like, I'm not saying average should be sub 4, but I'm saying I'm surprised it at least isn't sub 4.5 with it. But yeah, I think it's only a matter of time. It's just honestly, I think it's gonna mostly come down to good scrambles because I feel like with Square One you can get like some really easy scrambles and get like an easy 3 on them. Obviously not me. I'm just talking about the good people. But yeah, I think Square One will be definitely a very interesting event to like keep an eye on moving forward.
I think in terms of like being the least hip with an event, it's Squan for me. I haven't really kept up with how fast Squan is getting, mostly just because I don't think there's that many good Squanners in my immediate area. Like obviously there's Hassan in Virginia, but I should be throwing shade like that. I'm sorry. But
No, you shouldn't be.
I really should. No, there's talented squatters everywhere. There's Zach Rydell. There's Zach Rydell in our area. He's a very talented squatter.
It's Daniel Karnock in your state.
Oh,
Like,
shoot, yeah. Kind of forgot about him. Whoops. Sorry, Daniel,
Okay.
if you're watching this. You know what? Forget everything I said. There's talented squatters in my state. I don't know why I don't pay attention to them. Maybe it's just because I'm a clock and Mega main. Okay. Anyway, I think the thing about Squad is just, especially to a person that hasn't kept up with it like me. It's so interesting just to see these records like jump to where uh kind of like jump and you don't expect it. Because if you've been tuned out for clock in the past 2 years, you would wake up today and it would be a completely different world. You would be like, you'd be asking if Caleb Trelford is going to win Worlds this year. And to that, I'm going to say no.
In Squan?
No, in clock. I'm saying with the clock analogy.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah. That's all I got for that. Congrats to Samir, though. I've followed him since, like, the Idaho Summer B 2021 days. Or actually, yeah, when the first Squad Cops were coming out. That's when I kind of got familiar with his name.
And the other thing about Square One is that, like, all three guys, Samir, Max, and Hassan, just deserve the record. And it's like, it's tough. Like, it's really nice to see it go to one of them, but it's tough when you see them choke. But yeah, this is a just very nice record, and I hope we get more fun, battles to lower it. So
Yeah,
fast Square One, I think, is some of the most impressive turning.
that's true.
All right, so next we're going to be discussing MLL's new Megaminx world record average. And this was an improvement on his previous record, not by a whole lot, but, enough's enough to get world records sometimes. And yeah, he's been on a tear recently with Megaminx, like just keep progressively getting like faster and faster averages, and even singles too, because I don't, I'm checking. He does currently have single world record too, so yeah, he's putting in some very impressive performances. And along with that, I also just wanted to mention the fact that there is more people than I thought that would have had a sub 27 average, especially in Mega, because right now 4 people do.
Yeah.
And even then, if you look further into it too, the person in 5th who has a sub 28, it's like barely sub 28. So there's almost like a good like 1-2 second gap between like 4th and the rest. So yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy to have, a 4-second gap, just under a 4-second gap between, first in the rankings and 11th. So Megaminx is definitely one of those events where like that barrier is just so hard to break of sub 30 at all. And then, to have Leandro and I think maybe Timofey just consistently getting like high 20 averages, but like middle of high 20, like 27, 28, even some 26s, as we can see.
Yeah.
It's such a difference, and I know a lot of it is in turning for Megaminx, but also like just trying to improve on Megaminx is so hard because it feels like the second I try to look more, I'm just overloaded with colors. Like it's just a color blast. It's ridiculous.
Doing all
Yeah,
that in 26 seconds is also like incomprehensible to me as well. Someone who averages...
This guy made mega finals at NAC.
I mean, yeah, but like barely. I was like 18 for 19 for something like that. But it's just insane. See, I can't. I mean, with Megaminx, here's the thing. I think people underestimate how fast you could improve at Megaminx because there's just so much to improve on. Like people, I like how clock, like people got really fast and then they got too fast. Now everyone's like saying clock is broken. I feel like in an alternate universe that Megaminx could go the same exact way. There's just so many things you could do in Megaminx where you can really look ahead. I guess I don't know if that's a bad take or not. But whenever I practiced a lot, I saw rapid improvement by doing almost nothing. And that's sort of the case for a lot of the top Megamixers too. But I don't know if that's just luck, if it's just intuition that some people have. I don't really know where I'm going with this. but it's just crazy to me that someone got like this far. Uh, yeah, I wouldn't really
Yeah.
expect it.
The one thing I do want to bring up though about something you just said, like comparing clock and mega, I will say I know like new methods for clock have come, so that did also like help lower the records. But clock was also massively helped by hardware because
That's also
before
true.
the cheat clock was like seen as like I remember like when I first started, or not first started, but when I was like in my earlier years, like even like 20, like 18, 19, that area, it was rare to see to have a comp that had clock. Like I remember one of the few that actually did was Meadowlands,
Oh, yeah.
if you guys remember those comps. And then now it's like I feel like every single comp I go to has clock, just
Yeah.
because
Oh,
hardware just gets that much more accessible, especially in Mid Atlantic, because there's like a like I remember back when like if you wanted to make finals for clock, you had to be averaging like almost in the teens, and now it's like 5. It's like it's just hard to comprehend sometimes, like just the absolutely massive jump that clock is taking sometimes.
Yeah, it's insane, honestly. And I mean, like you were saying back then, to get a good clock, I mean, you had to buy it from someone who knew what they were doing, like modding Linghouse, like to
Yeah, the good old layouts.
yeah,
Oh man.
magnetized and lubricated and all that.
Yeah.
Or like if like you didn't feel like doing that, you had to hopefully find like a really old Rubik's clock, and hopefully it wasn't like completely rusted. Yeah.
Today's episode is brought to you by TheCubicle.com. Will just said he has nothing in his drawer there, but that drawer can be filled with tons and tons of Rubik's Cubes. Professionally lubed by the Cubicle Pro Shop with Angstrom setups, Pro Shop setups, you name it. They have the new Luke Garrett setup and their new collection of FZ lubes. We also have some new shoulder bags and cubing accessories. If you want to shop at thecubicle.com, then don't forget to use discount code Clicky Studios for 5% off your order. That's Clicky Studios for 5% off your order at thecubicle.com. They provide free shipping to the US and many other countries. And yeah, thecubicle.com is great. Also, they've been vending more recently at local competitions in the Mid Atlantic. You should really go help them out there. It's really cool to see that coming back. Just on a personal note, aside from the terrible ad read I just did. But yeah,
I
Thanks,
got this
Carter.
there.
Now I can fill my drawer with cubes.
wow. See, Will just got a cube
Wow.
from the drawer because of his fast free shipping when he spent over $80.
Instantly in there.
All right, and let's talk about Luke. Luke Garrett is now number 1 in the world for sum of ranks average. That is insane. I
This is a
remember.
long time coming. This is a long time coming.
I know. I mean, I would, in terms of expecting it, yeah, I expected it. But it's sort of, I mean, when you think of the all rounders, I think of like, I guess Martin Egdahl, but I guess he kind of fell off as of late. I don't know. Is that true? I'm not sure, but
Pretty sure he still competes. So
yeah, but I think is his clock average still that most people got away with unnemesizing him by clock average. I remember when that used to be the strat. You get rid of all your nemesis by getting clock average, and then
I'm sorry, but I don't fault him for not like practicing clock. I don't think that's a fall off.
it's not a
No.
fall off, but I didn't say it was a fall off, but anyway.
Yeah,
Who held the number 1 spot before?
It was Martin.
Oh, it was.
I think.
Was it? I don't think it. I'm
Pretty sure it was.
unfamiliar, if I'm gonna be frank with all of you, but
yeah, me too, I'm gonna be honest.
yeah, I think with just in general though, that's very well deserved from Luke Garrett. He's been working hard, especially just all of his cubing career, pretty much. He's been around ever since when I started cubing. He was always a top name. I haven't seen him wane in terms of motivation or quality, in terms of his solving and his world ranking. So, yeah, do you guys have thoughts about that?
I think it speaks volumes about his person when his lowest world ranking is 313th.
And
Like,
that's
Yeah.
what event?
yeah, it's blind mean, like 3 blind mean, which
Oh,
is just on another level of insane. Because like I
yeah.
don't like I'm like looking at his page right now and just like astonishment because like there's some stuff on here that like I want to try to hit and I know it'd be like a really tough like push for me to try to get. So the fact that he's gotten like multiple is like beyond insane.
Yeah.
For sure, for
No,
sure.
it's unbelievable, honestly. And just side note, it was Martin before Luke.
Yeah, I think
But
was
yeah,
Stanley on that list? No, or he had to be.
I mean, he's in 5th right now.
Okay.
But there's also Tommy Jerry and Ryan Pilot.
Oh wow, Ryan Pilot. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, big congrats to Luke. I mean, it's insane being like sub to him, and every like weekend, or I guess after the weekend, just seeing like new video with like the world ranking like in the title, and it's like, oh, we're getting to the single digits now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're getting like WR7 for Megaminx average now, or whatever. No, it wasn't WR7, but still, it's insane.
All right, so next up we will be talking about some barriers we could see broken in 2025. And first off, this one is probably going to be the biggest gimme that y'all probably flame me for, but I just got to say it anyway. Sub 4 3x3 average.
Yeah.
If that doesn't happen this year, I will be completely shocked.
A lot like there'd have to be like some change in regulations or something.
Yeah, for real.
How
Like,
you can solve the cube? Like I don't think it's like really possible.
I think
If
like
they tell us that we have to all solve on a Rubik's brand, then maybe, but still.
I could list so many things that would happen if like the world would have to go wrong if there is not a sub 4 average.
COVID again.
Don't jinx
Another
it, man.
quarantine.
We had a good run for like we're upcoming in like 5 years, okay? We can't end this now. We can't just go back again.
Yeah. Now, it's like I feel like not 100% guaranteed to be Yihang. It could also be Juanyi. Like I'm feeling like a 90-10 kind of ratio. So that could be exciting, but other than that, I think it's definitely going to happen. I think by the end of the year, the record average could be like 3.7, 3.8, but probably not any lower than that, to be honest.
I think that makes sense. That makes the most sense, yeah. Do you guys want to talk about other cubes? Oh,
I have
Will has something.
I have one.
Oh
I
god.
have one too. But I'll go after Will.
Sub 3 3x3 single. These are gonna
I
happen.
hope.
Man.
I hope.
I hope
Oh
so.
man.
I mean,
I don't know
many
about
people
that
now
one.
have Sub 3s at home. And,
Max
like,
Park got
it's
his
already
early
3.1.
2024 or 2023.
I think it was 23. Yeah.
Okay, so it's been around for a
So
while. Yeah.
we're kind of due for a record, and then if you're gonna get a record, might as well just get out of the way. Just get Sub 3. Get a 297. That'll be it. From Luke Garrett.
Luke Garrett 297.
No, Luke
okay.
Kreischer 297.
I mean,
I
It's
can
gonna
see
be a
that, too.
Luke. It's gonna be a Luke.
okay.
Yeah, the one I was gonna bring up too is this might be a little bold, but I wouldn't be completely surprised if Squan average isn't below like 4.25 by the end of the year.
I think that's reasonable.
Especially with the rate some people, especially like Hassan Kanani and like even Samir, like the way they're improving right now, I could see it happening. That one might be a little bit of a push, but I could see it.
Yeah. Carter, thoughts on sub 2 clock average?
Oh. Ouch. Wow. I would need like 5 minutes to think about it, but my gut said no. I was also thinking about bringing up 2. My gut said no.
Okay.
But the more I think about it, though, what's the average right now? It's like 2.3, right? It's like low 2.3.
239.
Oh,
239.
high 2-3. Okay. If it was low 2-3, then I think I'd expect it. But it's not impossible. I think with the right scrambles, right people, right time, it could happen. But no, I don't think it's gonna happen.
Okay.
What I think
Okay.
will happen though is Sub-3 average is gonna win Worlds for sure.
I can see that.
Oh, okay.
I
Okay.
think it's gonna be either
Yeah.
there has to be some. There's been a really weird pattern of records happening during the rounds of clock. Like in 2022, Caleb Trelford got NAR first round. In 2023, Tommy Cherry got the world record. Everyone knows that one. And in 2024, Brendan Nunnigan got NAR to win it all. Everyone else knows that one. So who knows? Maybe they'll get the Sub-2 there. That would be the most insane moment in clock history. That would
Yeah.
that would confirm my suspicion that this is all some scientific experiment gone wrong. But
Gone wrong.
some simulation we
another
live in.
Another record I wanted to bring up too was just pure average, because
Well,
sub
okay.
one might be a push. Sub one might be a push, but like
It's a push, yeah.
it's
a
a
push,
push.
man.
I could see it.
Are you
I
seeing
could
the
see
gaps here, man?
No,
I mean,
it's
Sebastian
only,
would have to hard carry. Like,
it would, but like honestly, if you got the right scrambles, it could happen. Like it would be a huge push.
yeah.
But I know people that have like a sub one average at home, so I feel like it. Not saying it is going to happen, because even the world record average doesn't even have a counting sub one. But I think under the right conditions you could. But even if it doesn't go sub one, I think we could definitely see it get like below like 1.1. I think that could easily happen by the end of the year. Because yeah, it will be really close, but I wouldn't be shocked.
I think so. And a guarantee, we are guaranteed to finally see a sub 20 FMC mean.
I was
Yes,
just about to
that's
say
it.
that.
Please.
Someone is going to best God's number
Just
this year.
do it.
Finally.
Just do it. Just get like a 19, 19, 20. Just get 19, 20, 20, like something, please.
It doesn't even have to be like 19.00, just like 19.67 will be just fine.
Yeah, like please.
Yeah.
And also, please, someone break 5 blinds mean, because that's a 2019 record.
That's
Is it?
And that's the only
Wait a
that's the
minute.
only pre-COVID record that still exists.
the FMC single
FM's
tied.
No, 5 blind mean.
Okay, yeah, but I guess we're counting tied world record. I mean, it's still technically the world record. It wasn't broken.
I
it
guess
was met.
yeah. Okay. Yeah,
But
whatever.
or actually, no, yeah. So okay.
What else? Oh, multi-blinds. No, what are they trying to go for again? I don't even
60
remember.
points?
70?
Wait, no.
Yeah, I was about to say, are they going for 70 yet?
I think Roe is trying to do 70. I don't know. That's too. I don't know enough about that to make a prediction.
I mean, Rose PR was at a 68, so they're starting to get close to that barrier.
It's true.
100 out of 100 by the end of the year.
Will, you're crazy, and that's why I'm
Actually,
not
look-
hiring you.
I'm
not
looking at
hired.
I'm looking at Rose's page right now, and 3. I don't know what one of his FMC attempts was because it was a DNF, but at least 2 of them were out of 70, so he is trying. Although I'm gonna be honest, he wasn't very close in either of them.
Did you just
'Cause
say
he got a-
FMC attempt?
Oh, sorry, multi-blind. I don't know why I said FMC.
Okay. All right. Just want to make sure.
Yeah,
All right.
You're
I
good.
don't expect
That's my
anything
bad.
less from you, Ryan,
thank you.
or anything more either.
Sub 10 3 blind single. That's it. Last one. So we came up with a game right before this podcast called Guess the State. Or what state is this?
I have no idea what the
And
rules are, which is also the worst part.
Premise is we're all going to pick a state. Like we'll take turns, but you cannot tell the other 2 people what the state are, and they have to guess what it is based on the state records. So,
Oh.
but the people who are guessing only get to request to know one of the state records. So,
Oh man.
like if my state was, if I chose New Jersey
Okay.
and you were guessing, then you could ask me for the New Jersey, or no, you could ask me what the state's record average is for clock, and I'd tell you, and then you'd know because it's New Jersey.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
So then you'd guess New Jersey. Yeah.
All right. Let me pick my state first.
I have my state. I just used a random state generator and used
I
what it
just
gave me.
thought of a random state, so
Fair enough.
Let me think about this one.
and we can start in whatever order you want.
I'll go first.
Okay.
I'll nominate myself as tribute.
Okay.
All right.
Don't make it too hard, by the way.
No, I don't think that. We'll find out if it's hard or not. I don't think it is. Hopefully. All right. So I'm starting out with state record 3x3, like average.
No, you just choose a state, and then we ask you for a specific average,
Oh, okay. I got it now.
or single, or
All
whatever.
right. So you have your state in mind.
I have my state and I have the average list pulled up.
What is the 3x3 average in your state?
It's a 611.
Okay, don't guess yet, because I'm also gonna ask one. What is the 611? So it's not world record contention. So single probably wouldn't help. All right. What is the state record for? I don't even know.
Oh,
Freaking 4x4 average.
4x4 average. It is a 2773.
Who the hell is a 611?
I have a guess. Okay.
You want to go for it?
I have a guess that I'm fairly okay with, but we're both gonna. I'm gonna wait until Carter locks in.
Okay.
Are there?
Is that right though?
Is it? Is it Connecticut?
Okay.
And my guess is North Carolina.
Okay, it's neither.
All right.
Okay.
Which one is it?
It is Arizona.
Arizona. Who is the 611?
I don't exactly know how to pronounce his last name, so I apologize in advance. But it's Jeremy. Is it Bullenbot? Did I say that right?
Okay.
Okay, and the
And
4x4
then
average is by
else.
Dan Tran.
Yeah, it's Dan Transfer 4x4 average.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't think I would have gotten that. All right, you guys should get Will's though. Who's gonna go up next? Because I don't want to go yet.
Yeah. I'll do my state.
All right, cool.
So you guys gotta ask.
Okay.
What is the clock average in your state?
It is 4.25. That was not a good ask for this state. It's okay.
Well, okay, no, that eliminates a lot of states though.
Ryan, what is your average that you want to know?
I'm gonna go basic here. What's their 3x3 average?
586. That was a
586.
good ask. That was a good ask.
That for me might be helpful, but we'll find out. 586.
Huh. 425. I'm gonna go. Actually, no, it's not that. All right, that was helpful though. I appreciate the 425 because it eliminates a bunch of states for me.
Really? Hey,
I mean,
that's
bro,
you can't look at the map. No, I'm kidding.
I'm looking. I'm
it's,
looking at
it's just
my
a map.
it's a map. Uh, Actually, I'm gonna go back on my word. I don't know if I love the 425, but it does make me question more. Is it
I can give a
Maryland?
hint. I can give a hint before you want to lock in.
I'm gonna lock in Maryland. Why not?
Okay,
Uh,
Ryan,
Can
would
I
you
get
like
the hint? I would
Yeah.
like the hint.
It borders my state.
Okay.
That's funny because the state I was thinking of does border your state, but now I'm starting to think if it actually was the right state.
Ooh.
Because I picked the state, but now I'm wanting to know if I should change it.
Mm.
Alright, give me.
For the viewers, I live in Virginia.
Wow, this is hard actually. Because in my mind, they're both fairly close in terms. Oh, wait, no. No, they're not because 3x3 would be a lot quicker. I'm going to go with Tennessee.
Okay, so Maryland and Tennessee.
No.
Ryan is completely correct.
Oh God, no! Who has the Tennessee record? Who has 589?
Tennessee. Dom Red.
Oh, I should have known that. Oh, I'm sorry, Dom. Is the average? Oh no, it's not by Dom. Dom's getting there. Dom's getting there.
I don't know if my thought process is right, but I was thinking North Carolina originally. And then I
Their
switched.
clock, I think, would be faster. No?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I don't know why I said 3x3
Maybe
when I meant
not,
to say clock,
but-
but
North
don't know.
Carolina.
Oh, I should have realized Eric has Maryland's state record. That would have eliminated.
Yeah, North Carolina's clock is 364. So
Okay, yeah, I was about to say, I feel like they had somebody click a
Yeah,
quick at clock.
this is not the greatest state for clock, but it's a really good state for 3x3 and Scoob and
True.
some other stuff.
And skewed.
All right, Carter. It's your state.
Okay. What do you want from me?
I want your state's Scoob record average.
All right. Scube record average?
Yes.
Yep.
335.
330.
335. Yo, Will, you kind of threw on that one like a little bit. Not gonna lie.
Oh gosh.
Oh no.
I'll like.
What's that 4x4 average?
26.48.
Okay, that also wasn't that good.
Wait, so they're fast and 4x4.
2648. What'd you say this cube was again, just out of curiosity?
Scube was 3.35.
335. Okay, so it could be like. It's not. I don't think it's anything on the East Coast.
Weird topic. Somebody was just meowing in my hallway.
Thanks for telling us that, man.
Hey,
No,
can we get
I
him
heard
on?
it.
Can we get him on?
We're not. Okay.
Gosh. 335 and 20, but like it can't be because 26 is decent, so I feel like it's not like anywhere with not a whole lot of competitions. I mean, it's not Hawaii because Maddie is faster.
Maybe like the southeast.
It's not Alaska. It wouldn't be North Carolina.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking southeast because like I don't know how many side events they do, but they do have a good amount of people in the end by end department. So
I mean, yeah, like it could be something like Louisiana or Mississippi, but
no, I think it'd be like I don't know.
it's not
I
Texas.
was thinking maybe Florida. That area maybe.
I think Florida's state record for scuba is faster than that.
Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. I don't know.
Who was that?
What about like? Sorry if I'm like keep butting in, but what about like South Carolina, like or maybe Georgia,
Like
or maybe like maybe.
I can't think of any like decent 4x4 solvers from there.
Man, this is tricky.
This is very tricky.
You guys gotta make your pick.
It's not PNW or Cali
I'm gonna make this more intense. I'm gonna put a
or Texas.
40-second timer up.
Okay.
Alright.
Do you think like maybe Midwest or?
I can't see Carter's map anymore, so I'm not sure. No, I'm kidding. Okay. I think I have a guess.
All right, I'll let you go. I'll let you guess first.
Okay, my guess is Arkansas.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with South Carolina.
Ryan,
Yes.
you're absolutely wrong. Same thing with
Darn.
Will, by the way. It was Georgia.
Oh,
You guys
come
said it too.
on.
You guys said the
I
Southeast.
mentioned the Southeast too, bro.
Womp womp.
gosh.
You win some, you lose some. It's okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
This time you lost a lot of things, though.
Okay, thank you. I really appreciate it.
So what's the deal with the limited edition clocks?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, so here's the thing about the cheat clocks. There have been like for the transparent version, we could go off on a huge tangent about it. About how awful it is. I mean, if any of you guys want to explain why the transparent clock is awful, please do so.
Yeah, I've got a thought. It's completely illegal.
Yeah.
Can't use it.
Yeah, I was about to say.
$40.
Yeah, I was about to say, who's gonna spend like $8 extra on a clock they can't even use in comp?
Yeah.
Like it's a money grab. It's not that it's probably gonna feel the same as every other clock. Not every other one, 'cause some of them
Like,
are different. But like,
It doesn't even matter if it's the best like turning
no,
clock in the
you
entire world.
can't use it.
All right. So while these
Yeah.
guys are crashing out, let me explain Chi's business strategy here. So, back in the prehistoric times, when there was no Chi clock, when the dinosaurs roamed the earth and solved on their Rubik's clocks, their Shangshao clocks.
Dinosaur. Shangshao wasn't even out.
No, Shangshao was out.
No, it wasn't.
Shangshao was out
Ling
before
out.
Chi, by the way. My first clock was a Shangshao clock. And then a week later, the Chi clock came out. So anyway, yeah. So the Shangshao clock. Then Chi came out with this clock. It was awesome. Everyone loved it. Everyone was getting faster with it. They were saying this was great. Actually, some people, it was kind of controversial at the time, but that's besides the point. It's a good clock. And they held on to that for 5 years. Yeah, pretty much 5 years. The thing about Chi, the Chi clock is that once stuff like the Pi mod came out, they were like, oh shoot, we don't have a monopoly on the clock market anymore. So now they wanted to innovate. And by innovating, it was doing a color swap and moving some magnets. And that's pretty much it. Yeah. The one thing that I have though, the one gripe I have with the clock is just I feel like they're actually downgrading more than anything because now they're using less magnets in their quarter magnets. That's like a bunch of magnets that they don't have to make anymore. And then there's also yeah, it's I don't know if you guys want to talk about it, but
I mean, yeah, what you're describing is just them basically just like saving money. Like they are saving money, but it's like then we're not getting a cheaper product, so it's almost like it's like not exactly, but similar to like the concept of like shrinkflation that you see with candy all the time. Also, I know this isn't Chi's fault, but I think the fact that like especially like the Pi mod clocks, like all of, like the specialty ones are $80 is just insane to me, considering that you're like more than doubling the price just for like a normal clock, and it's like I know some people are willing to spend that, but that's a lot of money, especially for somebody like me who's in college. Like it would be a struggle for me to spend $80 on like food, let alone a clock. So it's yeah.
Was
it's,
it actually 80?
well, yeah, it is because I'm on the cubicle right now. It's like you can get that for $80. You can get all the grain mods for $80. It's expensive.
I wouldn't if someone gave me a Scube and said it's the greatest thing in the world and it's gonna get you Sub-2 instantly, I wouldn't buy it if it was $80. That's like you said, that's my food money. Give me it back. Give me back my lunch money.
Yeah, but also my argument against that though is just the pie. I bought the pie clock. I'm considering buying the grain mod because I tried it out at someone else's cup and it was pretty good. Hey, okay, it's my money. It's not your fault that I win more than you and I have all this gift card money to spend. Actually, that sounds really awful.
Wow,
Sorry.
Carter. Wow.
I'm really sorry. That makes you
I
look a
thought we
bit.
were. I was about to say, saying that to the person who has failed podium a total of 5 times, I will take offense to that.
All right,
Kidding.
Will's silence speaks volumes here. I'm sorry. So okay. Anyway. Yeah, I mean $80 is not. I'm gonna sound so crazy right now, like a guy with a tinfoil hat. It is not a crazy amount of money to spend if it is the best cube in the world that could get you results.
I'll say this as someone who has not bought this specific cube, but who has no reason to not buy this specific cube. But like the Gampira, the Angstrom one, that one's 40, and that one for me would be a tough sell, obviously, but I don't need it because I have all the stuff to make that one at home. But it's like even that to me is like a little expensive, especially considering like a good V9, like what I use for 3x3, is like it's not even 40, right? It's like 30 something, somewhere around there.
Yeah, something
So
like
like
that.
yeah, but like I would never spend $80 on a clock. Like that's a lot of money.
You guys heard it here first. $80 is not a lot of money to spend on a plastic toy.
All right,
Spend it all.
you got guys.
Buy 10 while you're at it. Buy 15. Buy 20. Go ahead.
I'm not saying to buy 15. Okay, it's
Spend all
it's your problem if you're buying 15 scubes, which I wouldn't put past
Spend
for
all
Will
your
to
money
do.
and then get into college and sell it for double the price. That's what you should do.
I mean, okay. Clearly, we have different morals here. I'm kidding though, but who cares about food? I don't really need food if I could live off of the NAC money that I would have won.
Okay, buddy.
I was third
Sure.
seed, and then it all fell apart in front of my eyes. I'm kidding.
Yeah,
I did.
your life fell apart at 13.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would have won all 500 Canadian dollars. I would have spent it on a really nice dinner, and realized that 500 Canadian dollars is a lot less than you think it is in USD. But anyway,
Tim Hortons.
get Tim Hortons, and then career's done. It's over.
So
Would have retired right there and then. Yeah. Clock bad. Let's move on to Megaminx. Like let's make the cool thing Megaminx now, and then we'll ruin that event, and then we'll just eventually head on to 3x3, and then CubeMix is just dead. It's gone. It's over. And then,
I mean, we're starting to get there with 3x3
Or, like-
because isn't there? There's some that are like north of 80. Like
That's true.
and it's
hey, that won't happen because some people are physically incapable or mentally incapable of doing blind. So we can't ruin.
you can't ruin
can't do it.
blind unless you cheat, but who am I to judge? What am I saying in this podcast? This is like
Cheating.
we're gonna be talking about live streams next. So we have a couple live streams coming up. We have Charlotte Winter 2025. That's gonna be this Saturday. Starting at around 8 or 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll be live streaming that competition the whole day. Then we have another live stream, 2 live streams. on the weekend of Pi Day, March 15th and March 16th, we got competitions at the Liberty Science Center. Registration for that competition opens up at 6 p.m. on Tuesday, which is tomorrow by the time you're watching this. So if you want to get a seat at Liberty Science Center, have a grand old time, you might want to hop in there. You could be on stream. Some of the state's greatest. So, yeah. Both competitions I'm really excited for. On a personal level, Charlotte is going to be the first live stream in the Southeast, I think. I'm not sure, so that's why I'm not really saying that explicitly, but I think it might be.
Like period?
It could be period, because I can't think of any live stream that was done in the Southeast. Like, at all. And I've looked through a lot of live streams. Most of them were done either in the West Coast, in the Pacific Northwest, in the Midwest, in the Northeast, obviously, and then the Heartland, everything in between. Maybe even Hawaii. There might have been a live stream in Hawaii, but I'm kidding. Maybe will be the first Hawaiian live stream. I don't know. But yeah, I don't think there's ever been a live stream in the Southeast. There was a live stream for Texas, but not the Southeast. I think. I don't know. Maybe someone's gonna post a link to a YouTube stream, and then I look really stupid right now. So.
But you know, we'll have the best stream in the Southeast ever, and it will never be a better one unless we do another one.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. But no, it's very exciting. Unfortunately, I cannot assist in commentary sense, but hopefully I can be in chat sometimes. So that'll be fun.
That will be fun.
Just to watch.
All right, and then we'll also be talking about the Liberty Science Center comps. Those comps, those existed like way before all of us were keeping, probably, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
And
it's like MIT kind of.
And this is the first comp since the pandemic that has been held in the Liberty Science Center. So once a staple of the Northeast, sort of kind of died down, I think, after Bob Burton stopped delegating. But then they brought it back, which was really, really charming to see, honestly. And yeah, I'm really excited just to see, the comps coming back. I think it's in the same room. We're gonna be live streaming them too as well, which is gonna be awesome. We'll have so many great people there. It'll be great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's also sorry.
No, you're good. I was gonna say something like if any old head like me knows the me, myself, and Pi video from that comp. I think it was like one of the old Nats. That's like a staple of like cubing YouTube, was just that video. Dude, I don't know if any of you guys remember that, but I remember like when I first started, that was still like a video people were watching.
Yeah, I remember it existed. I don't remember details, but yeah. I think it's great, like, how many legacy venues have survived for so long. Like, even, like you said, Carter, like, organizers step down or delegates step down, especially with, like, school venues, because, people graduate and all that. But the comps still go on, so it's really nice to see.
They're also, most of the time, always in the same room, like, same exact place, same setup. It's so interesting to see. As you grow up, you'll notice, like, some certain things, like, when I got older, or I guess as my career progresses, I went to 2 Solid City comps. The first one was, like, my third comp ever. It was fun. Then I went, like, I think after, like, maybe 30 comps later, and then I saw the room, and I was like, the layout is so much smaller than I thought it was when I was younger. It feels smaller every time you walk in there, right?
Yeah, like Solid City was my second competition ever, and that venue felt like it took like 30 minutes to walk to one end and the other. Like, it is crazy, but yeah, nowadays it feels. I mean, it's the same venue, same venue, but it's definitely not as big as Recovery.
All right, so now, finally, I guess we'll be talking about our personal achievements. And one big one for me that I really wanted to mention is I finally got my first blind success in a competition. It wasn't very good time-wise. It was a 440, But honestly, I'll take it. First ever blind success. I'm really happy with it. So yeah.
Woo!
Good
Let's
job.
go.
I remember my first blind success. That was an amazing feeling. How many blind rounds have you done before in the past?
Just one before that, and it
Oh,
was
wow.
state college. Yeah, it was state college where I triple DNF'd because I could only really do one solve like fully because of the cumulative time limit. So I DNF'd the first two to save time, and then on my yeah, I should have got a success on that last one because I got edges completely done and right, but I forgot corner memo. So yeah,
Okay. That's so
yeah,
huge.
but yeah, I mean, I'll take it. I'll take it. I usually average like a good like 2 minutes faster than that, but I was like just safetying the crap out of it because I just wanted to get a success.
Yeah. I always love it seeing people like venture into blind cubing because I mean there are so many like fast people like really like world records and like multiple events that just have never really done blind, and I'm not very good at it myself, but it's always fun to see.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest, blind like when I first like I remember like as a joke once I was like, hey, should I learn blind? People were saying yeah, so I didn't. Like low key, it became one of my favorite events to practice. So thank God for that.
Yeah.
I mean, it definitely requires a quiet dorm, which sounds like your hallway is not very
A quiet dorm
Yeah, I
at
was about
Penn
to
State.
say.
Yeah. What
It
an
doesn't exist.
awesome.
I'm gonna be honest with you, it does not exist.
Yeah. Will, you can go.
Okay. So, this last weekend, I just went to my first comp of the year, Bethesda. Shout out Eric for organizing another one. And I got 3 PRs. They were not PR. Well, let me see. I guess I was aiming for 2 of them, but I PR clock singled, and I think that was really stupid because I did not
What's the
touch a
time?
clock
What's the
since
time, Will?
November. It was at 6:35, 37, something like that.
It's good.
And I average NA. So, there's that.
Undefined.
Yeah. But it was a fun comp, and I hope I can do some more PRs. But I'm gonna go back to focusing on Scube, so
Valid.
Nothing interesting's been happening in my. I mean, Mega, I guess. I'm trying to get sub 40 average. I've got 2 low 40s, which I don't love. But
you're gonna get it. What's
Yeah.
state average? State record?
mine, it's mine.
Oh, there you go. Well, you can
Yeah.
get sub 40 SR. There you go.
It's true. Actually, I think
Give me
it's
a goal.
mine. I hope it's mine. Let me check. Okay, yeah, it's mine.
It's about to say you said that with a lot of confidence. It better be.
Yeah, that would have been pretty awful if it wasn't. I have 4 state records. That's pretty impressive. Yeah. I'm impressed. I have one. To be honest, I'm very grateful for my cubing career is gone. But yeah, I'm sort of winding down, cubing competitively. To be honest, but I think I still got a lot of juice left in me. It's just that I don't have time. I don't have as much time. I want more time to do stuff. I'm very locked into Clicky right now, so that's not something I can just like put on the back burner and be like, okay, I'm gonna rot my life away and do clock for 2 months and then come back
Like,
and everything will
sorry
be just fine.
guys, can't record no cops on Mondays. Locked in on clock.
Locked in a clock for 2 hours. Though I will say I would rather do this podcast than grind clock for 2 hours.
Yay.
Woo.
All right, yeah, and I think that's where we should end off. Yeah. So today, we talked about the clock world record single and the OCR average by Lachlan Gibson. We talked about the 469 square one world record average by Samir Agarwal. We also talked about the Megaminx world record average, 2660 by LML. We talked about Luke Garrett being number 1 in sum of ranks for the average. We talked about some barriers we'll see broken in 2025, including the sub-4 3x3 average barrier, maybe the sub-1 pure mix average, but I doubt that, and also the sub-3 clock.
It will.
The
It will.
sub-2 clock average, which I also doubt. We'll talk about we talked about the what state is this, where we successfully guessed we successfully guessed
I did.
one state.
I did.
We're 1 and free. It's okay. We talked about the deal with all the limited edition clocks. Summary: they all suck. We talked about the Charlotte live stream. We talked about the LSC live stream. And as always, we rounded off the podcast with our personal Cubic updates and achievements. If you guys want to support us directly, you can go directly in the link below in the description, where we have our links to our SeatGeek code. Use this code Clicky Studios for up to $20 off your first purchase on SeatGeek. We also are partnering with TheCubicle.com, where you can use this code Clicky Studios for a 5% discount there on your entire order. This has been Brian Schell, William Clower, and Carter Williams on No Cons on Mondays. We will see you all on the next